Welcome to Robot Reviews. Technically episode 2 because I did a robot review video on the 694, I believe. This is robot reviews of my Roomba Pro Elite from 2003. This was in the early days before iRobot had Roombas like the 805 and Roombas like the Discovery. This is basically iRobot made their first robot vacuum in 2002. And this robot is a submodel from that Roomba. This is the Pro Elite version. So there's the original, there's the Pro, and this is the Pro Elite. The only difference is the original only has the small, medium, large button. And on the side here where the charge port is, it would have the power button. On the Pro model, it adds the spot button. And on this one, on the Pro Elite, it includes the max button. Of course, these had their own virtual walls and their own remotes, which both of these work. Had a pretty small bin, but you can see they still clean pretty well. This particular one, I got basically brand new on eBay at some point a while ago. I'm pretty sure it's missing a brush cover, or brush ingestion bars. Doesn't stop it from cleaning well. Looks like there might be something on those rollers. I did have to replace the battery, and the side brush motor went bad. And this battery is kind of warm, but that's because it was charging. The wheels are fine. This thing works perfectly, and that's why I'm doing a robot reviews video. Of course, it has the adaptable floor head. This is the original style cleaning system, very similar to the 600 series. You can see 2002 and 2003. So, designed by iRobot in Massachusetts. Of course, this vacuum inlet needs to be cleaned, and there's some hair on the brush because I actually do use this one every now and again. You can see it's also very thin. I don't know what this brush does. It's just there. And of course, the remote just does work. And you can see it does turn off on the Roomba. It actually works with these Roombas, which I'm showing you in a soon short. And you can see these guys did come with these virtual walls. And it, of course, works. And the robot uses them. But because I don't use this one, I use that virtual wall right there. I use that series virtual wall. But I do have two of these. This robot I got in immaculate condition. I actually have the original box for it too. And yeah, this thing I got complete, basically new. It was being sold as used, but it looked pretty new. Of course, now it has a few smudges from it trying to wedge itself under my fridge. But yeah, this robot, while it is very old, I do every now and again use it. It cleans well, and actually almost cleans better than my 600 series from my 694. Also, another thing I like is how it has these little teeth that try to get the hair off the rollers, and it seems to be, it does really good at doing so, at keeping hair off the rollers. Of course, this bin was still a work in progress. There's technically, this has both sides of the particle bin. There's actually 3 chambers you have to empty on this guy. You have the sweeping chamber, the vacuum chamber, and every now and again you have to empty the vacuum lid. But, you stop talking. But you can see dust and debris will get stuck in here. So, and then there's the vacuum motor, which of course works. Everything on this Roomba works fine. Of course, this is the suction squeegee. That's what this is. all the airflow goes through this squeegee right here. And it goes into this side of the particle bin. And then the rest gets sucked up into here. Of course, because it's a Roomba, an older Roomba, these batteries kind of go bad all the time. So I've actually had to replace it. Only had to replace it once on this Roomba. You got your this wheel. You have a tab right here to adjust how close it gets. And because my the side brush motor doesn't work anymore, or it does work, it's just broken. Oh, there's a drop sensors. There you go. You can see the light from those. Anyway, because the side brush doesn't work, I have the adjustment slider set to all the way close to the wall. Of course, it's very loud, and because that's just older Roombas, or it's an older Roomba. And, well, here's your demonstration of the robot. This is a pretty small area, so I'm going to click small. As you can see, the robot works perfectly fine. Just gonna clean that up. Gone. Oh, no, it's not. Gone. Basically what it does is when you start it, it goes in a circle until it hits something, which is about to hit that. Then it goes across the edges. I have it set for very close to the wall. Sorry. And overall, it is kind of noisy, but for a 2003 robot vacuum, it's okay. As you can see now, it navigates just like any other iRobot Roomba, except for these ones. But it works just like a 694 in terms of navigation. And of course, the cleaning cycles are longer, I found, on the Pro Elite than it is on the 800 series and 600 series and etc. As you can see, if I wanted it to stay on that half of the room, I could switch this to 3 feet and turn it on. And the Roomba, as you can see, it won't even think about coming over here. I guess it does have, so I think it does have a version of iAdapt. You see it stays away from that, so that works. And the remote works. And if you had the Roomba, and if you wanted to change it to max, you just hold the button. Or if you wanted to, the large. You can also do a spot clean while it's paused. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. And I'm actually lucky that I have managed to keep these rubber buttons white. Yes, these are rubber. Oops. Instead of plastic. What are you talking about over there, buddy? But it's better than
To start spot cleaning, place
Okay,
RoboBot
shut up.
in the
Anyway, I like the rubber buttons. And of course, if you don't press, if you press a different mode, just press it. It will restart, or it will act like you pressed this button. So if I press medium, you have to hold medium. Yeah. And of course, the robot doesn't like it when you pick it up. And if it's cleaner, you pick it up, it will stop. Yeah. So there's the review on the iRobot Roomba Pro Elite.